In this video, we will discuss how to view tasks that have been assigned to you within 25LivePro and the steps to complete said task. Once you sign in to 25LivePro via single sign-on, you will land on the main dashboard. If you're not on the main dashboard, you can reach it by clicking the 25Live button at the top of the screen. Currently, I'm on the Go to Search dashboard, so let's click 25Live. Now I'm on the main dashboard. As you know, when submitting event requests via 25LivePro at Morehouse, the request enters into a tiered workflow, a series of steps where advisors, approvers, and support staff either approve or acknowledge the details of the request. It's those details that are responsible for creating tasks in 25LivePro. Now, let's begin. There are several methods to find your task within 25LivePro. Let's try some of those methods. First, let's start with your main dashboard. Find the section that's labeled Task. Mine is located at the bottom of the 25Live screen. Yours may be at another position on the dashboard. Under that task, you'll find several items related to the task that have been assigned or associated to you. I currently have 7 tasks on today's agenda. I have 0 outstanding tasks, 2 tasks that have been flagged, which means those are tasks that I need to review. I have 21 tasks that have been assigned by me, 35 tasks that are denied or canceled pending event request, and finally, tasks that are to do for event support services. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's agenda. In today's agenda, it shows a calendar view, as you can see here, and these are all of the tasks that are associated with me for today. I can also take a look at the list view, and the list view will show all of the events, as you can see here, the state for each of those events, more importantly, the task item that's related to me for that event. In this first one, for instance, the Kilgore Student Lounge. That's a task in which I have to authorize whether it could be used or not. In this second example, new form testing, the task was to approve the organization Phi Beta Sigma. Again, the next one is based on the location. The fourth is based on the location. Another based on an organization. And lastly, the event requires AV. Let's take a look at the very first one where it says, our first request. Our first request is the event. And under the details, it will tell you the request name, the organization, any of the custom attributes, which is additional information related to that event, any requirements, anything that's necessary to help that event take place. In this particular case, they're requesting that the event requires parking, and the details are we need parking that is near the football stadium. If we go across the top, you'll see occurrences, which will show you what day or days that the event will take place. You can do a calendar view. You can look at the schedule, which is a grid view, but for the sake of this video, we're concerned with the task list. Let's click the task list. As mentioned before, a task list are all of the tasks associated with an event. An event goes through a tiered workflow. First, you look at the event type to see if there's any assignments or responsibilities based on the event type itself, the organization that's selected, the location, any resources that are requested, any requirements, In this particular case, if we click it, this is the requirement for parking. And lastly, any to-dos or FYIs, informational acknowledgments. You have one in this case, which is student event. For that particular event type, Kevin Chapman wants to be alerted to know that a student has made an event request. If you go through to determine which one belongs to you, you can go to the Assign To column, and I'm not there. Let's click the next tier, and there I am. It says you and Carter Shigo, Warren Green, and James Smart. Any of these individuals are able to approve this task, which is the Kilgore Student Center. As you can see, it has already been approved, so there's nothing to do in this particular case for me. But that's method one for being able to determine how to get to a task. Let's go back to the main dashboard. So we went to the section of the main dashboard, which was labeled tasks, and we saw all of the various tasks underneath it, and we could pull up those tasks as needed. Let's look at a second method in order to find tasks that may be assigned to me. If you go to the top of your dashboard, over to the right, you'll see a button labeled Task. Click it. It defaults to your outstanding tasks. Well, I don't have any tasks that are outstanding, but let's take a look and see what other types of tasks I can view. There are flagged tasks that I must review, so if I click flagged, there are two tasks that I should review here. They've both been approved, but I still should review those tasks. You have completed, all of the tasks that were assigned to me that have been completed. You have assigned by me, so these are all the tasks that I have assigned to other people. And lastly, today's agenda, which are all the tasks that are related to today, which is where we started when we used the first method. We have a list view and we have a calendar view. Do note, if you decide to use the calendar view, you can change the date on the view by clicking the date here in the middle. We get a pop-up, and you can move it to any month or any day that you want to. Let's say we go to October, and we're going to go to the 1st. And instead of only doing 1 week view of this calendar, we can change the number of weeks to, let's just say 12 weeks. And it will expand the calendar to a 12-week view, which of course encompasses the 3 for today. So finding tasks in 25Live are pretty straightforward, and how to complete the task either by acknowledging it, approving it, or denying it is pretty straightforward as well. Finally, if you have any questions related to tasks or any other features in 25Live, you can always go to the Help button in the upper right corner of your dashboard. Click that button, and you'll see a lot of resources related to navigating the 25Live environment, searches, whether it's resources, events, location, pricing, reporting, blackout dates, copying events, editing events, custom attributes, resources. There's a ton of information out here. And if we actually do a search, let's say we want to search for task, we can say creating to-do task, for instance, and it will give you documentation on actually how to create tasks. That completes this video. Thank you for watching.